So recently there's been some absolutely disgusting drama that has emerged regarding the Roblox game FreeDraw and the owner behind it. Essentially, it has been revealed that the owner of the game, Nichole, has a new policy for her game, allowing reformed to be allowed back, stating that can simply just change, with Nichole even boasting about being friends with KonekoKitten still, who Nappy when he was 17, and also with another even younger, with Nichole stating that KonekoKitten's cancellation was BS. Nichole's partner Jasper is also an age player and who followed accounts on Blue Sky and is an equally morally questionable person. So if you guys all agree that this behavior needs to be called out, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe so this video can be pushed out to more people, and let's get into it. So essentially, this all started with a Twitter thread created by a former admin of the game, who showed numerous screenshots of Nichole, who is the owner of FreeDraw, bringing in a new, totally non-controversial policy, essentially welcoming back to the community with open arms, as long as they have simply just changed. Nichole is seen stating verbatim that since can change, therefore can. She then goes on to state that the worst person you can possibly think of can change, not citing any source or evidence, by the way. You just have to kind of take Nichole at their word here, that prolific can simply just change. Another massive red flag is Nichole's statement that according to them, we need to be more empathetic towards and that there is no such thing as a bad person, only bad actions. Well, there you have it, guys. Apparently, Peter Scully and Epstein weren't actually bad people according to Nichole. They only simply did bad actions. Again and again and again and again and again and again. And if Nichole had it their way, they'd probably unban notorious Jeffrey Epstein and allow them into their game. Nichole was even asked by someone if a prolific named Naka could be allowed back in a game and if they could change, and Nichole is seen stating they don't know who the they are, with the person stating that they're and Nichole is immediately seen stating, well, yeah, anyone can change. Nichole essentially doesn't even look into the situation regarding Naka or the details regarding their actions, nor does Nichole even reach out to the victims who were personally affected. Instead, they simply just shrug the entire situation off with the flimsy defense that, anyone can change, and off anyone who disagrees with them. I also love how Nichole suggests that they would just have to fill out and judge whether they're still a risk to the community, however provides no option on how they would ever be able to do that whatsoever, and even worse, they are risking the sanctity and safety of their own player base who consists of predominantly Nichole's weak excuse of trying to feign the idea that a large majority of their player base are adults runs thin when considering the fact that many children lie about their age when signing up to Roblox, and it is undeniable regardless that children play their game. Reintroducing to a community with children is always a terrible idea, because more likely than not, they are simply just going to reoffend if you give them a little slap on the hand. It's even worse for Nichole because messages of theirs came out showing that they're still privately close friends with the infamous Roblox KonekoKitten, the same person who's from a 17-year-old named Nappy when he was 20, and then lied about it for numerous years, only until Nappy came out. KonekoKitten also self-admittedly a 16-year-old, sent them and eventually met up to them while they were 17 and he was about to turn 21, with a 3-year 9-month age gap between them. Nichole is also seen showing a blatant disregard to the victims as well by shoving their experiences under the rug and stating that KonekoKitten's cancellation was complete BS. What a stupid thing to say. Nichole is even seen still having KonekoKitten added on Roblox to this day, and even another disgusting Roblox developer named Who to Trust, who was exposed for openly with on Twitter while he was an adult discussing topics about their hair, and even being part of a Discord server that allowed to access W channels, where Who to Trust would be seen engaging in based discussions about hair and other degenerate 18+ topics. But if you think it's bad currently, it gets so much worse. Not only was Nichole sympathetic towards was friends with some, and would be even willing to harm their own player base of to reintegrate offenders into their community, but they were also dating someone who's in their 30s while they themselves are 19, and this person that they're dating has a lot of skeletons in their closet too. Jasper, also known as Jaspup, is openly in a relationship with Nichole, and was the person who wrote the massive PR damage control statement which Nichole ended up posting, attempting to rewrite the situation and quell growing anger and disdain towards her for her disgusting empathetic stance she had towards Such wonderful examples of this PR statement made involves them basically stating that they will limit any discussions about the situation. In other words, just politely, forcefully silencing anyone who dares speak out against them. They also now do a full 180 and now affirm that any person who is engaged in behavior will never be unbanned now. Oh really? Because only a couple days prior, they were seen affirming that people should be more empathetic towards, and they were even considering reintroducing a known back into the game under the premise that anyone can change. Even more ironic was that only a couple days later after this statement was made, and someone who drew in the game was only banned for 2 years in response, meaning in 2 years they could just come back after creating absolutely disgusting art in the game and exposing it to numerous children who were also present inside that same Roblox server. Even another user who'd drawn in the game, where of course children would be present in and being exposed to this content, had their permanent ban reduced to a month by Jasper. So who really is this Jasper person, and what exactly have they done themselves? Well, in a document released detailing their behavior, it shows that Jasper is an age play, and on their blue sky they are seen interacting with an account that makes content, which will be color-coded as yellow. And for those of you who don't know what art is, it is essentially art depicting characters. The account in specific, which Jasper is seen following, named Yellow, is seen making absolutely horrific content. Such content depicting characters in which I heavily advise no one watching this video to actively go out and seek. Instead, if you ever see this kind of content, report it when necessary, because it is inherently. Another account that Jasper is seen engaging with, which I'll name Purple, is said to create art pertaining to topics that I can't even read out loud. Jasper is also seen interacting with this account, which is actually their ex-partner. They are seen replying to the art of their furry characters together in some weird sister-sibling dynamic, and with both of them drawn as teens. Jasper is even seen following an alleged named Forlong too. Jasper is then also seen engaging with people who created art, calling it super cute. Jasper is also seen interacting with another user who I'll name Green, which also posts absolutely disgusting art pertaining to material. I mean, the document shows numerous examples of these accounts that Jasper is seen interacting with having posted absolutely reprehensible art. I mean, the list just keeps going on. And keep in mind, this is a 30-year-old that Nichole is actively dating. It seems that Nichole's interest in forgiving isn't out the kindness of their heart, it's because they have saturated themselves in the company of numerous and has possibly been into the mindset of believing that the behavior is now somehow redeemable, or instead they're just as bad themselves and have a lot of things to hide, hence why they enjoy the company of objectively horrible people like KonekoKitten. If you stay with the dogs, you're gonna get the fleas. Overall, this situation is extremely degenerate and just needed to be called out, and knowing how Nichole operates, they are obviously not going to cut KonekoKitten or their disgusting partner off, and they will probably just continue to make excuses, belittle their actions, make some PR tweet, or just ignore the situation and silence anyone who comes out against them. But to any normal viewer who watches this video, you can see for yourself how repulsive this all actually is. And it is just yet another Roblox game that has fallen into the pits of degeneracy along with Animatronic World and Phantom Forces. I'd also like to credit Fooly Gruely for making a video comprehensively going over this situation too, so I recommend you watch that video as well because it's very, very well made. But anyway, for clarification as this video ends, this video is not intended for hate, harassment, or cyberbullying whatsoever. This video is instead intended for educational and informative purposes only, going over the entire situation as a whole in a documentary style context. I'd also like to clarify that this video is intended for more mature audiences as well, as more mature themes are actively being discussed, so viewer discretion is of course advised. All necessary content has been sufficiently blurred, and this video complies with all of YouTube's community guidelines. And with that all being said, thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and comment your opinions down below about this situation, and join my Discord server to contact me if you wish or to get any updates. My Discord server is discord.gg/Parlo. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.